I saw Roger Waters doing the wall at the O2 in London, and I had tickets right near the mixing console area.
Brilliant.
And it was the best sound I've ever heard in for a live band. And I mix a pretty good live sound, I tell you.
Well, were you occasionally reaching over and just tweaking things?
Well, I was sort of scramble over the barrier and sort of take over the mixing, which I had to do with a Pink Floyd band not so long ago. Not quite the same level, but I think I did tell you about that.
Yeah, well, tell us again.
Well, yeah, I was invited down to see a Pink Floyd band. I don't even know what their name was. Off the Wall, I think. So I got there, and we got there a bit late, so they sat us up by the mixing console to sneak us in around the back, up on the balcony. And the fucking sound was terrible. There was all kinds of shit going on. The band are going, "What's going on?" Coming out of my monitors. You couldn't hear the guitar. And so I'm talking to my man, and are you the same with me on this? Does it sound really terrible? And there's people, actually shouting out, "Shoot the sound man!" So in the break, I went and had a word with the sound guy, and he was a house guy. Their main man who travels with them didn't make it or whatever. So they had the house sound guy, and he was freaking out. He was pulling his hair out. I said, "Can I help you?" I just got off the road with Martin, so I was like fresh. And the mixer was an Alan Heath one that I've been using. So I just sat down, took my shirt off, took my jacket off, and just sat down and mixed the whole second set. And I got to say, it sounded great, but I had to go through it and just, get it all together for them. And the band at the end of the night were really fucking over the moon. They just said, "Thanks very much for helping us out." And, it was a good thing. And so then the management of the hall called me the next day and said, "Oh, thanks for helping us out last night. You saved the show." And they got me some tickets for whatever show I want to go for. They said, "Just come down."
Oh, nice. Good for you, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was a bit of a hero that night.
You.
I wanted to show stuff. Not this, sorry, wrong one. This is you, Mark, which I don't know if we've shown on here. We showed it on my channel. Everyone would focus on you, of course.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm 43. Nothing like hell.
Sorry, mate. What were you saying?
40 degrees there. Oh, wait.
This was out in Malaysia or something, or?
This is in Thailand.
Thailand, right? Yeah.
At Burapa.
I just want people to hear your playing. So I noticed Dave Gilmore's
off stage.
Dave Gilmore's standing at the side taking notes, by the way.
I think he should.
He should. But yeah, this must have been sweltering. Yeah.
Give me a call.
I think it'd be nice for people to see this because I don't think we've shown this on this channel.
Oh, it's nice to be a fan. Yeah. That's my mate Paul McCracken, who owns a fantastic studio here in Devon. He offered to come and play bass for us.
Yeah. So
and there was a photo of me, you, Wilco, and Paul. Did you see it? I sent it to you the other day.
Yeah. I didn't know Paul played bass.
Oh yeah, he's a really good bass player.
Yeah,
good songwriter.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Did you send that to me, mate? I don't know if did I get that?
I sent it on the Rowdies, or maybe it's just Wilco's site. I'll send you.
Yeah, I could throw that up there, but yeah, I mean, there's a bunch. You've got a bunch of videos of you playing on Mark Emery's World YouTube channel, and that's pretty damn good. I have to say, you're pretty damn good.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
It's a beautiful solo, of course.
I sweated a few pounds off there. As I say, it's like 40 degrees.
Yeah,
you're setting up. and the sun is coming directly at us like a fucking laser beam. Sweating, dripping like crazy. But you know, this is what you do. It's
what is it like having to approach playing those extremely well-known classic songs? I mean, how do you approach that? Do you say we're going to do our own thing with it, or do you try to recreate it as faithfully as possible? What's your?
Yeah, never really tried to recreate note for note. That's why I don't think, you know, we were that bookable, because we kind of like just played the music of Pink Floyd. I didn't really try to, you know, emulate them, you know, and you know, because we just didn't, and you can't really. But people do, you know, and I actually saw another Pink Floyd band, and they were note for note, and it was fucking boring as hell, to be honest.
Is that the Australian one? Or the Australian Pink Floyd?
The Australians, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, what did you...
I like, you know, doing it because you can put some energy into it. You know, a lot of that stuff is like really powerful, and just to stand there and sort of like do the old heads down guitar thing, you know, it just doesn't give it enough energy. You know, you want the fucking big drum solo, the big drum breaks. You want, you know, you just want the, you know, give it a bit of.
Well, there's some really majestic stuff, particularly in the From the Wall album. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, Comfortably Numb is a I still play it. You know, almost every gig. And Shine On Your Crazy Diamond, we do that.
Well, which ones did you enjoy playing the most, though?
Well, I think Shine On is that guitar-wise is most satisfying. It's a lot of brilliant guitar parts in that.
Yeah, nice.
I mean, it's a great gig to be lead guitar in a Pink Floyd band. I
mean, yeah, I can imagine. But it's beautiful stuff, mate. I enjoy watching that. And that clip, I think, amongst others, is out there on your own. You've got a YouTube channel too, so.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Cheers.
Check those out, everybody. Yeah, so Nick Mason, 80. Everyone's getting older.
Yeah.
80 years old and still rocking. I mean, that's, you know, you just keep going until you can't. You know, if you're ill, you know, and you're fucked. You know, you're fucked. You know, and God bless you. But if you still got the energy and you're fit enough. You know, I'm not really that fit, but you know, I can get up on the tables and play solos now. But
you don't need to be helped up on the stage yet. No.
I need to be helped down.
So
you play from the bar.
It's interesting that people. I mean, I know my wife often says, "Oh, look at that! So and so is still out there playing. You should give it up. He's too old." I said, "Well, they're musicians. What else are they going to do but play?"
And if they give it up, they usually just kind of
die.
Disappear. Yeah.
Just die.
They live to play. It's not, and I don't think age should be a barrier to that.
It isn't really. I mean, there's a lot of older. I think I saw a bloody poster the other day, and Petula Clark was on the bill.
Oh, Pet Clark, Downtown. You know that Jimmy Page played on a lot of her stuff, including Downtown.
No, right. Well, he was a top session guy, wasn't he?
Yeah. But she's got to be in her 80s, well into her 80s.
Her 80s, you know, you got the Stones. They've got you know, the Stones are probably the longest running band of all at the top level, anyway.
Yeah, they do say,
but they've got to be in their 80s now.
Well, they are. I mean, Keith. The thing is, Keith did die a few years ago. He just doesn't know it yet. Nobody's told him. No one's got the guts to tell him.
Well, amazing. Everyone predicted Keith Richards like chunky fucking. Yeah. He's not going to last past fucking 50. He's fucking still here at 80 playing.
So he does look pretty out of it sometimes now, though. He's
terrible.
Like...
I mean, think about how good these bands are able to perform. Look at Mick Jagger. He's what, 82 maybe? 80, 82. And you think about like our president options this year. They're in their 80s. They're almost 80. And it's like he's out there running around singing, and our guys can barely like walk to the podium. You know what I mean? It's like, come on.
It's a different skill set, of course. I guess he's in automatic half the time, I think. He's just in automatic mode. Has anyone plugged Keith in? You know.
Yeah. It's a bit of a messy
BB King was out there till he was in his 90s playing, you know.
85, I think he was. So Or was he?
He was
just died like a year. Was he older than that?
I think he might have hit 90.
He hit 90 because when I was a Mr. Uber, I picked up his grandson. And we're talking music, and he goes, "Oh, yeah, my granddad was B.B. King." I went, "You kidding me?" And I said, "How is he playing?" He goes, "Well, every time he stops playing, he gets sick." So we just said, "You know what? Just keep playing." That's it. You know, he just kept gigging all the time. And he showed me photographs of him.
Shuffle around.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's, you know, I've lost two very good friends the last 2 weeks. I mean, Gary Smith gets married on tomorrow. You know, Christy King, God bless her, you know, from New York. I met her in 75. But it's our age in the 70s going into the 80s. And, you know, John Mayall, I think he just turned 85, maybe.
I think you're right. And he's still kicking.
Yeah, you know, and all those guys, the Stones, McCartney, you know, all the Floyd guys, the Deep Purple guys. I mean, when they start playing, it's the vegetables. They're in the gardens looking at flowers grow.
Yeah.
You know,
it's what they do. It's what they do.
Yeah. Musicians are going to play.
It's not just a job. It's their life.
Like Phil Collins is physically in a, you know, it's in a bloody wheelchair. He can't, you know, he looks terrible. He's still kicking.
Yeah, they did another Genesis tour. Yeah, he had to sit down, but he's still out there. And if fair play to him, I don't think musicians should ever stop unless they really, really can't do it anymore, because it's their life.
Oh, once they're gone, all these legends, once they're gone, they're gone. You know, our whole generation. You know, from we were in the 70s. I mean, we go on about you know, we're getting on now. We're only just turned 70. And we were always 10 years. Well, I was always seemed like 10 years younger than the bands, the top bands, the Beatles, the Stones. You know, because I was only like 12 when they were all having hits. You know, and so we still got a ways to go. We got to keep the rocking going.
Yeah, you have to. I like what David says here. Young people need to think about what kind of world they are going to leave Keith Richards, because he's going to go on forever.
Right.
I like that. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Keep on rocking.
Rowdies.
Keep on rocking.